Tested enough DuckTales. It's frustrating replaying stages. We never fixed it after ages. Our testers sign on their asses DuckTales. Woohoo! Maybe next time we'll actually do our jobs DuckTales. Woohoo! No, you freaking waste your time playing Transylvania. Woohoo! Oh, doo 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 doo. Fuck you, Phil. Just replay the stage now, DuckTales. Fuck you! Yes! That was good. That was good. And I didn't record it, but I could archive it if I wanted to because I'm streaming on Twitch. That was good. 016861654. 016861654. I said 016861654. Oh. 046861694. Milk.
Come again, yo.
046861694. How could you forget when it sounds so cool? You buy my chocolate. Yeah, you eat the chocolate, and then you get the raffle too.
Yo, may I help you?
Yes.
56743218542. Now I don't remember the fucking number.
Draw a ticket, please.
Welcome to my very first playthrough of a game that is a racing game.
Stop this! My last shot! Fly, golden arrow! Oh, yeah! Look at that! Whoa! 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 You die. What do I do? I suck. The Ziggy Piggy is here. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate that. I love Hulk Hogan's dick.
We gotta find a way into the maintenance room. Cool, fire. Oh shit, a sledgehammer.
You wanna play the fucking game?
Oh yeah. Sledgehammer.
Stop this!
Oh. Sledgehammer. Oh yeah. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer.
My laugh sounds like ack, ack, ack. So when I laugh and I go, or, does that sound like ack, 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 ack? No, it doesn't like that at all.
I'm coming for you. Oh yeah. Zabba-da-zoo. The soothing sounds of Barry White during the zombie apocalypse.
doing today. I come from you live from Washington State in the United States, live from the location of a dump truck, garbage truck that is grabbing the trash from outside and making lots of noise. You could probably hear it.
The Ziggy Piggy's back!
Doing? Excuse me. Alright, it's time. It is time, my friends, for streaming. I know you guys like streaming, right? You love it. You guys really enjoy live streaming. You like it when live packets of data are broadcast across the internet, and you watch that data live as it's being broadcast. It's really cool. It's really cool technology. It's the hot new thing. How's everyone doing? So today's Thursday. Today's the 22nd. I don't have money to do it. 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 Today, we're gonna start off with the continuation of Amnesia Rebirth, a game that I started playing yesterday, the new release Amnesia game that just came out this week. And after the first 3 or so hours, I want to say we got around 3 hours. We had a long pre-stream yesterday. I like the game. I definitely feel that it is way more in line with the original Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and basically is completely ignoring A Machine for Pigs, which is good, because Machine for Pigs was terrible and doesn't even need to be addressed. It's such a bad game and nothing to do with the original Amnesia, so we'll pretend like it never happened, okay? So after 3 hours, what we basically had was about an hour and a half slow build, right, where we're going through alternate dimensions, which is pretty cool because that's a direct reference to what happened in the original Amnesia game. We're encountering some kind of crazy supernatural creatures, which are probably interdimensional beings. And we're reading logs about a plane crash and wondering what the hell happened to our crew that was supposedly coming to this area for some kind of an archaeological dig. Then the second half of the gameplay yesterday was based on finding a fort. And inside this military fort that was very apparent the French occupied it sometime in the past. You know, the game takes place in the 1930s. But the fort apparently has things that happened like 100 years before. So, in this fort, there's tons of dead bodies. There's tons of indication that there's been struggle and murder. But you don't exactly know what's going on until finally you find out there's a crazy monster that lives there. And incidentally, when you were first there with your crew, it killed some of your crew. And the question now is a bunch of unanswered questions in the game, such as, if you already been here, that come back. You know, what happened that you forgot all your memories? Why are you so far along in your pregnancy? Because you play a female character named Cassie.
What do I do?
Who's pregnant, but why is she so far along in her pregnancy? She says she seems like she's 4 months pregnant, but when she had first arrived, basically the pregnancy had just started, right? What's going on with this supernatural element? Because you're seeing these weird things like a glowing blue person who's walking around this area, and you're wondering what's up with that. Many unanswered questions. And after being chased by this crazy monster by the end of yesterday's stream, basically now what we've done is we've built a giant shell, a tank shell, and in order to tank it, we're going to use that tank to blow open the door and move on to the next area of the game. We're basically trying to meet up with our friend here, who's a doctor, and he's at a village way down the road where the locals are taking care of him and some of the other people who were in the plane crash, who apparently aren't doing very well. However, what's an interesting twist in this plot here is that basically, there's the logs all around this fort that you've been exploring for about an hour and a half.
The Ziggy Piggy's back!
100 years ago, the French military that were here at this fort were basically working with the locals. You know, the local indigenous people that live there. And they claimed like they were friendly, but in reality they were savages who turned on the French and murdered them in cold blood for seemingly no reason. To which point, some of the French basically just ended up killing themselves because they said, I'd rather die by my own hand than die by these savage brutes, you know, fucking me over or whatever. So, if that's the case, considering this is a horror game, okay, you have to wonder, what's going to happen with the people who are at this village who supposedly are being taken care of by the indigenous peoples of the region. You know, maybe this is just a setup, and by the time you get to that camp, they're all going to be dead or slaughtered, which kind of feels like that's what's going to happen. Okay? So anyway, that being said, so far, I like the game.
What do I
do? It did seem like a very slow beginning, a slow build, although I think what they were trying to do was connect the original Dark Descent to this game in a few ways before they laid out the premise of what was going to happen in this game. Lots of things happening. Like I said, these mystical beings around, the pregnancy. There's a lot of questions that are leading to a mysterious air around the game, and I like that. Okay? So today's main stream, we're continuing on. All right? We're continuing on. Another 3 to 3.5 hours of survival horror fun right here live. I'll be trying to make the camera as dark as possible, but at the same time, the sun comes in out of the clouds outside. Again, there's not much I can do about it. So we'll see what happens. Okay? This should be fun. Now, if I beat the game today, great. But chances are I might not. I've heard that if you know what you're doing in this game, you can beat it in 5 hours. If you take your time, if you're reading all the logs, etc., much like I am, if you get lost in the other dimension like I did and walked in circles for 10 minutes, it's going to be a longer game. It's anywhere from, say, 7 to 9 hours. So chances are I'm probably not going to beat it today. I think that I'll probably get a good chunk in.
The Ziggy Piggy's back!
How far I get, I'll either need one more main stream or one more night stream to beat it. It's not clear how much more time I'll need. But the good news is, I'll have time for that later in the week. Okay? So, we shall see. Okay? We shall see how far I get today. We have someone in the stream chat who says that they've beaten it, and they know how long the game is and everything, so they'll be able to, I guess, Disgusting Feces is basically saying you'll be able to help me to let me know how far along in the game I am by the end of the stream. Okay? But that's fine. I'm in no rush to beat it. Let's take our time. Let's do another stream of it later on this week and finish it up, right? I'm happy with that. Okay. Later tonight, it's time for the return of Genshin Impact, a game that I played on Monday for about 3.5 hours, and I actually really enjoyed it. I was shocked at the quality of a free-to-play game. The graphics were good. The world design was good. The actual combat, having these elemental properties that counter each other, was really neat. So far, the game is quite good. Now, I don't know if it's going to hold up, or if just the intro is good. Who knows? But
the Ziggy Piggy is here.
Hours of Genshin Impact tonight. I hope you guys will join me for that. I'm excited. Okay? Tomorrow. That's right, not today. Tomorrow, I'm starting up the Pokemon Sword and Shield final DLC, the Crown Tundra. Why tomorrow? Well, there's 2 reasons. The first is because, I'll be honest, I wanted to play more Amnesia. I liked the game, and I knew this was going to happen. I was going to get hooked on it and want to play more of it right away rather than wait. So that's why I wanted to do more Amnesia today. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, apparently, the DLC didn't release yet. They were actually saying it's releasing tonight, which is weird because I've said this all along. I said, I've never heard of a game releasing on a Thursday. That's so weird to me. It doesn't make any sense. And then people kind of explained it to me. They said it's usually over the course of Thursday, Nintendo will update their eShop, and therefore they'll make available any DLC expansions, new games, usually on sometime during the day on Thursday. So apparently the game isn't out yet. You know, the DLC is not even out yet. Even if I wanted to do it on this stream, I wouldn't have been able to. So it makes more sense to just schedule it as the main stream on Friday. Okay, so that's tomorrow's main stream. Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Crown Tundra expansion. Starting up with the, obviously the main plot, and seeing what happens. It should be pretty fun. Tomorrow night, it's time for a late night fun stream of Street Fighter. Good old school throwback gameplay. I enjoy doing this once a week, and I'm looking forward to more this week. Okay? Saturday, excuse me. Saturday, more Genshin Impact as the main gameplay stream. Okay, we're actually going to do a major stream of it. And then Saturday night should be either the conclusion of Amnesia, if we need more time, which likely we're going to need more time, I feel. Or the conclusion of Super Mario Galaxy HD, a playthrough that now has been on hold for a couple of weeks. I haven't played it, but I want to wrap it up. There's only 2 stages left with the purple coins. And then we've got some Luigi, playing as Luigi for a bit. So I just want to mess around, kind of give a send-off to the playthrough, even though I'm not replaying the entire game as Luigi, which would be ludicrous to do. I kind of want to give it a go.
What do I do?
So there will be an end game Super Mario Galaxy HD stream sometime over the weekend, either Saturday night or Sunday night, depending on if we need more time for Amnesia, which at this point I'm thinking we're going to, okay? So Saturday night likely will be the conclusion of Amnesia, okay? I guess we'll find out. All right? Good stuff? Okay. Sunday, main stream will be more Pokemon, okay? Pokemon on the main gameplay stream. And what I'm hoping is that it's going to be basically similar to how the last DLC was, where within 2 major streams we can basically wrap up the main story. And that means that for moving forward with Pokemon as a late night stream, what we can do is we can have it be Pokedex filling streams, where it's just kind of going around catching wild Pokemon and trying to complete the Pokedex 100%. To basically end the playthrough, because that's it. This is the last piece of new content for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So this would be my last chance to go around and, grab all the different Pokemon and kind of say goodbye to the game until a new Pokemon game releases, probably in another 5 years, the rate that this goes. Okay? So there you go. Sunday night, like I said, likely going to be Super Mario Galaxy HD concluding. We'll see, but that's probably what's going to happen. And then on Monday, probably more Genshin Impact, because there's really not much else going on. So probably more Genshin Impact on Monday, and then Monday night,
man, you
Fall
suck
Guys.
ass.
All
We
right,
were winning, and now we're losing
very
because
honest
you
with all
are a
of you.
failure.
This Monday night will be the determining stream on if I continue to play Fall Guys or not. If I play it this Monday night and it's not so great and attendance ain't so great and people are bored of it, then I think we're just going to drop it. And we're going to try to institute new late night stuff to put into the mix, so that way it stays fresh and it doesn't get boring with stuff that people don't really like anymore. Okay? So we'll find out. We'll see what happens this Monday night. Okay? Now, next week is a very eventful week. Okay? A very eventful week. First of all, we've got Watch Dogs Legion, which everyone is interested in. Is it going to be a good game or not? It's so hard to tell. The first Watch Dogs was a game that had tons of potential, but wasn't as good because of a very boring protagonist and a lot of repetitive style gameplay. The game didn't have a lot of personality. Let's put it that way. Watch Dogs 2 was, in my opinion, an outstanding game. It had an ensemble cast. It had much improved gameplay mechanics, much better graphics and visual style than the first game. But most people skipped it because the first game wasn't so good. They basically said, I'm not wasting money on this nonsense. It works so good, but it was. So a lot of people missed out on Watch Dogs 2. Now Watch Dogs 3 is doing something completely different. Being called and having people in your team, but they don't necessarily seem like they have their own individual stories. Like, you see what I mean? Like, you them working very carefully to lose the mission, but they're disposable. They get caught or killed, and someone else can replace them. So I'm not sure how much it's how it's gonna be. I don't know. I've talked about this over the last year and a half. I said I could see it going one way or another. I could see it like the characters are well fleshed out and interesting, but then you kind of get pissed off if you lose them. And that's disappointing, and it makes you like get frustrated. At the same time, I can see it be like, oh, the characters aren't very interesting, so therefore it doesn't matter if you lose them, but then the story's going to suck because you don't have any investment in any of these characters. You see? So I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll have to see, I guess, when it comes out. Okay? Then we've also got the Dark Pictures Anthology's newest game, Little Hope. Another horror game based, I believe this one's supposed to be based around Salem, Massachusetts witch hunts, stuff like that. I could be wrong, but I think that's what they said. And I'm excited for that because I really liked Man of Medan, and I really liked Until Dawn. Even though, admittedly, I think Until Dawn was way better than Man of Medan. I'm hoping this one will be a little bit better. Maybe they'll get a little bit better each one because it's supposed to be, I think, 4 to 5 of these episodes. So I guess we'll see. Okay? And then, of course, there's my Halloween event coming up, my Halloween marathon, where I'm going to be doing a variety of games that you guys have nominated over the past month, plus some other holiday hijinks and fun. Like, I'll probably play Animal Crossing that day for a little bit to see what holiday stuff's going on in Animal Crossing and stuff like that. Things that have, like, special holiday events, maybe I'll check out that day. I'll also be in costume, and you guys voted for a pop culture icon. So, indeed, I will be dressed as a pop culture icon for Halloween. You may regret your decision, but it's going to happen, okay? It's definitely going to happen. Now, I still need your input because I need to know what I should do for DSP Tries It on Halloween. I am doing a live DSP Tries It on Halloween, but I don't know what yet. Some suggestions. Apparently, there's a new jalapeno chicken sandwich at Wendy's. Apparently, there's a new ghost pepper wings at Popeyes. Okay? Those are two big suggestions that I got. If you're aware of any other new products that are out, or anything that you'd like to see me maybe try on Halloween as a DSP Tries It, please, by all means, share. Let me know what's out there. Let me know what to consider so we can talk about it over the next week or so and I can determine what it is that I actually want to do, okay? The more suggestions I get, the chances are the DSP Tries It will be better, so please keep sharing what you guys think, okay? Bacon jalapeno sandwich, it's called. FBG Duck says, okay, it's a bacon jalapeno sandwich at Wendy's. We might do that. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see, folks. But thanks, and please keep suggesting. All right. Then when November hits, woo! November's going to be a crazy month. Now, I haven't actually updated my gaming calendar here in a bit. I'm going to because in the last few months with all the announcements of the new consoles and everything, basically the gaming landscape has completely changed in November.
What the fuck?
But I think like every week we're going to have multiple new releases. I'm probably going to be continuing on with either Genshin Impact or maybe even playing a little bit of Hollow Knight to start the month. But then, oh my god, there's so many releases in November, it's out of control. I don't even want to get into it because it's such a crazy month, one of the craziest months for gaming in history. Okay? Mr. Shahad says, Hershey Kisses vampire chocolates? What the hell is that? What is a vampire chocolate? I've never heard of this before. Does it have, like, fake blood in it or something? Ugh, I wonder. See, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to look at my local stores, too, and see what they've got. Oh, my God. Anyway. Anyway. All right, so that's the deal with the schedule for the next week and a half. Heading into November. As we head into November, obviously, like I said, I'll get more information. I'll let you guys know what's going on then. I would like to say thank you for your support recently, everyone. Helping me through the tough times with chargebacks and everything. It's been very appreciated. What do I do? Today, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I will give you a shout out during the stream. Tips are preferred for now because of the time I've had with chargebacks and everything in the last few weeks. But hey, if you want to contribute via cheering, via subbing, via anything else, it's all greatly appreciated. I thank you very much for any contributions. We do have reward tiers. We have reward tiers here on the stream. If we raise $50, oh, by the way, there's a 666 animation. Awesome. Thank you, Rob on Wheels, for the 666-bit cheer. My ass is on fire. If we raise $50 in tips, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. $100 we put on the vest. Yesterday I wore, no surprise, the platinum vest.
Are you a functional retard?
So today,
I have to ask.
$100 on this stream. We'll put on any vest but the platinum. All right. And it's much appreciated right now, especially with all the cost of games that I'm going to have to pay for, the new console that I'm going to have to pay for, and still dealing with these stupid chargebacks behind the scenes. It's much appreciated, any support that you guys can lend, okay? Thank you for that in advance. The only real news today, I have two different stories I'd like to talk about before we move on to shout-outs on the pre-stream. The first story is about the censorship of Minecraft Steve. So, this is pretty funny. As you guys know, maybe you don't, Minecraft had an update, excuse me, Smash Brothers had an update to add Minecraft Steve as the latest character. I guess the feelings about the character are mixed. Some people think the character is good, some people think the character sucks. Some people really don't agree with Minecraft Steve even being in Smash Brothers. Personally, I don't give two shits, okay? But, this is pretty funny. So Nintendo's victory animation for Minecraft Steve is that he would pull out a steak from the game, and he would eat the steak. All right? Now, admittedly, that sounds pretty innocent. He wins a match, he stands there, he eats the steak, munch, 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 it's done, right? But apparently, the win pose was that he would eat the steak, but the steak
someone
wouldn't
please shut up
disappear
this
like
dude
it actually
who's being
does
a
in Minecraft
moron?
when you eat food. Instead, he would then put his arm down, and the steak would stick out, seemingly floating in front of his crotch. So immediately, the memesters on the internet started making memes about how Minecraft Steve exposes his meat when he wins a match, and, you know, oh my god, look at that big hefty meat that Minecraft Steve has. So immediately, people were freaking out about this, saying that, you know, oh my god, how he's been exposed. How could you have Minecraft Steve exposing himself? Now, of course, a lot of people are just joking, saying it's not real, but apparently the complaints got so big, Nintendo actually edited the game. They edited the game, so now when Minecraft Steve wins a match, he bites the steak 3 times, and the steak vanishes, and there's no more big, hefty, floating meat in front of his crotch. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous that Nintendo actually felt so bothered by complaints of internet memesters and trolls that they changed the win. I mean, obviously everyone knew it wasn't a dick. We know that Minecraft Steve is not pulling his dick out after winning a match of fucking Smash Brothers. Alright? Minecraft Steve is not a staffer from the New Yorker or whatever on a Zoom call. He is a serious combatant in Smash Brothers, alright? Thanks to Zoe. I don't understand
for joining
what
the
the
hate
big
army.
hoopla was about, but Nintendo actually went out of their way to frickin' fix it. Whatever. Pretty silly. Okay. Continuing on. The other big story this morning is that Tom Holland, on his social media account, decided to post up a picture of him as Nathan Drake in the upcoming Uncharted movie. Now, first of all, a lot of people have issue with Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake to begin with, because Tom Holland, even though he's in his 20s, looks like he's a teenager and plays a teenager as Peter Parker in the Marvel movies, right? So, a lot of people have issue with the fact that he's playing Nathan Drake, which makes no sense because Nathan Drake is a middle-aged guy, right? I mean, that's the point of the games. He's supposed to be like a middle-aged adventurer, like a young Indiana Jones. So I guess this Uncharted movie is supposed to be like a prequel. It's not, or not prequel, but like an early origin movie. It's not supposed to be older Nathan Drake. It's supposed to be a younger Nathan Drake, right? So they're making this movie, and everyone's like, gee, I wonder how this is going to turn out, right? So finally he posted up a picture this morning on his social media accounts, and everyone seems to have a different reaction. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Some people think that, again, he looks way too young for the role. Some people are of the impression that this is going to be a different kind of movie than what the games were, because it's supposed to be earlier Nathan Drake origin story, and that it'll actually be pretty good because Tom Holland is a good actor. I agree that Tom Holland is a good actor, and the movies that I've seen him in, I've actually enjoyed his acting. I think he makes a pretty good damn Spider-Man. Will he make a good Nathan Drake? I don't know. I'm not going to hate on it, only because it looks like they're trying to do something different, which is kind of silly, because if they never made the original Uncharted into a movie, why are you doing something different from the get-go? Why is it with video game movies we have to change everything? We're going to make Resident Evil. Oh, by the way, we're changing the entire plot of Resident Evil. Alright? We're going to make Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Oh, wait. I mean, yeah, generally, maybe Mortal Kombat followed the plot of the games, but don't even get me started on Street Fighter. And then there's the Super Mario Brothers movie. A movie so bad that the actors, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, have publicly admitted they had to be intoxicated for the majority of the actual filming of the movie to get through it. Okay? So, why do we have to change everything? I mean, the games are outstanding. The Uncharted games are bestsellers. It's obviously a plot that resonates with an audience. Why do we have to change it?
I seriously.
Why do we have to do an origin story for Nathan Drake instead of just seeing Nathan Drake in action, then maybe later doing an origin story?
What
right? I just, I don't get it.
Fuck.
But anyway,
Hold on.
I'm not saying the movie's going to be bad at all by any means. But I mean, I'm going to be honest here.
Jesus
The
Christ.
picture that Tom Holland shared, which obviously is a advertisement.
Okay, it's
marketing
actually
shot.
starting to feel better now.
All right, it's professionally done. It looks to me like he's a clothing model. Like he's wearing these baggy cargo pants. He's got a shirt over a shirt that's placed oh so perfectly. He looks like he's modeling clothes for, like, American Eagle or Abercrombie and Fitch or something, you know? Like, it doesn't look to me like this is a guy who's an adventurer who's in the middle of an adventure. This looks like a shot of, you know, advertising clothing. Like he's going to spritz on some fucking cologne right there, you know? I mean, that's just my take. But, hey. It is what it is, I guess. You can judge for yourself. Go take a look. But the whole internet is weighing in on what they feel about this. Personally, I don't think... If the movie's bad, I don't think it'll be any doing of Tom Holland. Tom Holland's a good actor. And he's a nice guy as well. Other people say he's a nice guy. You know, he's a good guy to follow. You know, even though I don't know why people follow celebrities to begin with. But I have no problems with the person. I just don't know if the movie will be any good. Okay? Alrighty then. Alright, that's really it. That's all the news, really, that's going on. Pretty much a slow news day. There's a couple things to talk about, but that's about it right now. The only other thing is people going absolutely bonkers for the new consoles in the wild. Which I don't understand at all. It's like, look at this behind-the-scenes photo. An employee of Best Buy snuck into the warehouse, and here's a picture of the Pulse 3D headset boxes and the new controller boxes. Oh my god. It's like, what? Here's a picture of GameStop where they're setting up the empty console boxes behind the counter to advertise the release of the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Oh my god. It's like, dude, relax. Just relax. We know the consoles are coming out. It's not like this is some shock. We knew they're coming out in a couple of weeks, right? We can relax here. We can relax. It's okay. The box isn't a big deal, right? The box could be brown cardboard that just has handwritten with a crayon on it. Controller! Now, this shocks me. And people would still post up the picture and be like, oh, it's so hype. People just need to relax. I don't know why people get so crazy about this stuff. Just like, you know, people going crazy about, did you see the video about the UI of the console? Did you see this about that, about that? It's like, I don't get that hype. Like, am I excited for PS5? Absolutely. Am I excited to get the console next month, unbox it, right? Play, you know, boot it up for the first time, play games on it? Of course I am. I'm hyped for it. It's cool. Whenever you get to a new console generation, you get that hype factor. At the same time, I'm not going crazy. Like, there's some things I just want to wait for the console.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money
for myself.
Pay my bills.
I want to see what the new features are hands-on. I don't want to watch videos that spoil everything.
Hype train.
A month in advance. And that's the thing. Everyone today wants everything so early, everything gets spoiled. It's the same mentality with people getting the games a month early and putting a whole playthrough up. I'm not kidding you. There's a fucking playthrough on YouTube right now. I saw it the other day. I was uploading my own videos, and in related videos, it showed Assassin's Creed Valhalla playthrough. I was like, what the fuck is this? The game's not out for like 3 weeks. There's a fucking playthrough up already. This is ridiculous. Had enough of this shit. Can't we all be fucking mature about this and just wait for the things to come out before we completely spoil everything? Like, I don't understand. Like, we do it with everything too. All pop culture now. Movies and fucking television shows. Why we gotta spoil everything ahead of time? Imagine if before Avengers... Infinity War and Endgame came out, it said, all right, well, here's a list of all the people who get finger snapped, and here's a list of how they go back, or here's how they go back in time and they solve everything. What? What are you doing? Why am I going to see the movie if you've told me everything about the movie before it's out? Right? And it's the same thing with games and with these consoles and everything. Save something to the imagination so when they come out, we can actually have that feeling of wonderment, of trying out something new again.
Delivery!
Why would everything so early? What is this immature mentality? I just don't get it. I seriously don't get it. I just, you know, it blows my mind when I see this stuff. Okay? So, for me, I stay the fuck away. I haven't seen, I'm not even kidding, I haven't seen a single piece of gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. All I've seen are the trailers that they showed at, like, E3 and stuff. I have not spoiled myself. I want to play that game cold. I want to go into it knowing that what it is, it's a first-person adventure RPG hybrid game, right? Set in a futuristic setting, right? And that's all I want to know about it. I don't want to know about the gameplay mechanics. I don't want to know about the characters. I don't want to know about the plot. I just want to play the game for the first time and experience it cold rather than being spoiled about everything. You shouldn't have to do hours and hours and weeks of research
before playing a fucking game to enjoy it, right? Especially a narrative-based game. Like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I spoiling all the surprises and twists and adventure in this game by knowing about the fucking game ahead of time? I just don't understand that. I never have. So, same thing, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yes, I know that there's Vikings, and I know that there's going to be some new gameplay mechanics. That's all I know. That's it. And same thing with all these games. I'm not spoiling myself. I want this next month, which is going to be so many new games back to back. I want it to be all original experiences, letting you guys know what I think about these games without having prerequisite knowledge, so that way I can tell you my honest opinion, rather than having a preformed opinion in my head on what it's going to be, and whether or not the game lives up to that expectation. Now I have a different reaction, you see? Now, if you disagree with anything I just said, that's okay. All right? I'm of a different mentality, and in a lot of ways, a different mindset than a lot of people, because, number one, I've been doing content creation for 12 years. Name another person that you follow or watch that has been doing this for 12 straight years without any interruption, right? Not many. Also, I'm 38 years old. Name another content creator you watch that does full-time gaming like this that's as old as me. You're probably not going to find one, right? So, that's what I mean. I'm very different. I have a different perspective than a lot of people, and I know that. So, that's okay if you disagree with me. I totally understand if you're a different person, a different mindset, hey, a different generation than me, that's okay. Give me your perspective. I like hearing different perspectives on things. Someone literally in Stream Chat just said, what's wrong with people getting excited over new stuff? There's nothing wrong with getting excited. The difference is becoming insanely overhyped and spoiling everything for everybody on the internet. There's a big difference in my opinion, okay? So there you go. And that is completely incorrect. Chicken Burger says PewDiePie did the same and is better than you. PewDiePie did not do the same. He started after me. I was long before PewDiePie. In fact, he used to watch my videos before he made his own. And he's definitely not better than me. I don't care what you say. He's definitely not better than me. I'm never going to ever say that he's better than me. Maybe he's more popular than me. Absolutely, he has a bigger audience than me. And he's got way more exposure and has way more money than me. He ain't better than me. Fuck all that. I would never say that shit. Maximilian's a cool dude. I can't say a negative thing about Maximilian. He's been nothing but nice to me over the years, for the very few times that ever we had interaction. He's a good fighting gamer. He covers things fair and balanced. He does really good, insightful videos. And yeah, Maximilian is a good guy in my opinion. There you go. Tobuscus, let's not get started. How dare you say that name in my chat? How dare you say the name Tobuscus? I don't care about Tobuscus. Tobuscus and I mean, our interaction lasted the entirety of like a day. And that was like 10 years ago. So. Kazkari, yes, it's true, because he says someone needs to ask Pewds if he watched Phil. You don't need to ask him. There's evidence. Before he ever posted a video on YouTube, his YouTube account PewDiePie was seen as watching and liking my videos. And that was way back in the day. You're talking over a decade ago. Before he ever played a game himself and posted a video up, he was watching my videos on YouTube. And that's why people say that he got inspiration from me. So. And by the way, he referenced me over the years, too. I remember back in his Heavy Rain videos, he was directly referencing me and saying that characters in Heavy Rain looked like me. Okay, anyway, let's get to shout-outs, shall we, folks? So, first of all, no overnight contributions tonight, so I'm incredibly upset, and how dare no one contribute to me overnight? I'm kidding, obviously. I'm kidding. It's just a rarity that we don't have anything to read out from overnight contributions, but let me double-check and refresh the screen. Now that I said that, if anyone did, I'll feel bad. Excuse me. Whew. Oh, that was disgusting. No overnight contributions. Ray William Johnson's better than me? See, I don't even know. I never watched a single video of his. I don't know anything about that guy. I know he used to do some kind of video skits and stuff on YouTube, but he went off to do other stuff off of YouTube and never came back. I don't know anything about that guy. Okay. So, many shout-outs here. First of all, we start off with Jambo, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Jambo, for the subscription. I appreciate that very much. Lyrius AK has resubscribed for 2 years. Two
Thanks
years
to
of support.
Jubbity
Thank you so
Bubbity
much
for
Lyrius
joining
AK.
the hate army.
I know the 2 years you've been around. Thanks very much. Here on your anniversary day.
Are you
I
a functional
appreciate that.
retard? I have to ask.
The first cheer of the day came in from someone named Gabrielian.
Thanks to
This is a
Jubbity
pretty funny
Bubbity
one, so I'm
for
gonna
joining
read
the
it.
hate army.
Get ready for this. He says, in pre-streams you say people should come to you for the truth and the whole story. Can you share your budget so people stop spreading lies about your spending habits? No, because number one, my spending habits are no one's fucking business whatsoever. I'm a streamer here who puts out gaming content every day. If you like the streams, if you like the content I put out, you can crowdfund that effort, or you can watch the videos on YouTube, or you could do whatever. There's many ways to support the content. This has nothing to do with my spending habits, and it's none of anyone's business at all what happens outside of the streams, period. Okay? Truth of the matter is, in the past, I did used to be fully transparent about all that kind of stuff. I would always tell you guys about where money went, you know, all that kind of stuff behind the scenes. That was a long time ago, though, and I had to stop doing that many years ago. Why? Because people would use that information as a very big negative against me. I would do a vlog in my house, and people would look at my coffee maker and say, wow, that looks like an expensive coffee maker, but Phil claims that he's low on funds this week and needs help with tips. Then they would look up the coffee maker on Amazon and say, oh my God, that coffee maker sells on Amazon for $500. Phil bought a $500 coffee maker, but he needs tips this week. Isn't that hypocritical? I just wanted you to think about that. I just want you to think about that for a minute, all right? Let that sink in. Okay? Keep in mind, not only is that incredibly stupid to begin with, incredibly obsessive, stupid, and just completely dumb for anyone with a logical mind, all right? As if I buy everything instantly and furnish my house immediately when I put out a video, right? Everything in the house is obviously brand new. But the fact that these morons, when they did something like that, didn't realize that the coffee maker they looked up on Amazon is my coffee maker, but my coffee maker is old. They don't make it anymore. And the reason it was $500 on Amazon is because it was one of the rare times you could find that coffee maker in new condition. So they were selling it for an exorbitantly scalped price. When that coffee maker was actually new, it was under $200. I don't remember exactly what, but I certainly would not have been spending $500 on a coffee maker at any point in my life. I'm not a complete fucking idiot. And I also don't drink coffee enough or care that much about my coffee to spend $500 on a coffee maker. But you see the point I'm making is that the ridiculousness of these people who are obsessed about me, they're so nuts that if I ever were to tell you guys about things that I spend money on or whatever, all you would have is this obsessive, negative, weirdo spin on it that would try to cause drama. And the truth of the matter is, earlier this year, all right, because I had to declare bankruptcy to basically keep things going here and not lose everything, a lot of financial information and stuff about me was made public. I mean, this was all months and months and months ago, early in this year. And all they did was lie about it, make up crazy conspiracy theories about it, and literally try to spin it into every negative thing possible. They tried to lie that I was hoarding assets and hidden accounts and all kinds of crazy shit to try to get it to ruin my life and make it so the bankruptcy wouldn't go through. All right? I'm done with that shit. There is no fucking way. No fucking way that I could tell you personal information and not have it come back to hurt me. And if you don't understand that, quite frankly, you're an idiot. You're an immature idiot because you think that I'm supposed to be like giving 100% of my life to the internet. You're nuts. I'm not asking for crazy shit here. I'm just saying if you like the content, support the content. If you're already like the content and you're gonna contribute today, tips would help me a little bit more than anything else, right? I'm not asking anyone for $50,000 loans, you know, to save my house. All right? I'm saying, hey, you want to throw me a couple bucks today because you like the stream? Please do. And that's the extent of it. So if you think that because I have a crowdfunded business that entitles you to 100% of my personal info, you're not only sorely mistaken, you're an obsessed idiot, and you should go seek help. You should actually go talk to a doctor about why you're so stupid. Okay? And I'm not insulting you. I mean that. Like, if you actually think that because someone has a crowdfunded streaming business that you are now entitled to 100% of their personal info, you are an actual fucking mental case, and you need to go seek, a psychiatrist or whatever it is, psychologist. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but you need help because you need to stop obsessing and get a life of your own. Okay? I'm not insulting you. That's not an insult about mental health. I'm telling you, that kind of thought behavior pattern is not normal. To think that because someone's streaming on the internet and gets crowdfunding that now you're entitled to all the information about their life because you're an obsessive person, you need help. That's not me trying to insult anyone. That's me being matter of fact, go seek professional help. You need help. You're not going to have a normal life if you think like that. Okay? There you go. Alrighty then. Let's continue. Rob on Wheels did a 660-bit cheer, 666-bit cheer, which is why we saw that flaming ass animation earlier. Thank you, Rob. Let's get him up on the leaderboard here. And he says the following. Wanted to ask if you've ever watched any of the Beer Money versus Motor City Machine Guns matches from the early days of TNA. For me, tag team wrestling at its best. Yes. I used to watch TNA, if you remember. I used to review it for my old commentary show. And every week, John Rambo and I would do dual commentary on TNA Impact. Before it became Impact Wrestling, it was TNA Impact. Excuse me. And then we would comment on Raw and SmackDown. And then, of course, later on, there were other shows as things like the WWE Network launched that we began to review and talk about. I saw many of the matches between Motor City Machine Guns, which is Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, against Beer Money, which is Robert Roode and the Wildcat Chris Harris, right? Blah 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 blah. Wait, was it Wildcat Chris Harris? No, it was Cowboy James Storm. Excuse me, I got it confused. Wildcat Chris Harris and Cowboy James Storm used to be a tag team. Chris Harris moved on, and it was James Storm and Bobby Roode. That was Beer Money. My bad. I completely screwed up the names, but I obviously I know who they are. So, yeah, I used to see those great. That was really good wrestling, for sure. Absolutely. Great storytelling and everything. Some of the best stuff TNA's done. I'd say that and the AJ Styles, Chris Daniels, Samoa Joe stuff, and some of the stuff with Abyss. And even when Christian Cage and Angle were showing up there, too. That was all top-notch stuff. It's just a shame that the company got ran into the ground. Okay, anyway. Thank you, Rob, for the biggest cheer of the day so far. I appreciate that. Golden Colts cheered. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, senpai. This overnight cheer is sponsored by Monster Energy Ultra Watermelon Boomer Juice." Ew. Watermelon Boomer Juice. That does not sound appealing, right? Wow, there you go. Bubble Buddy cheers. I agree with you and I respect your opinions on some things being overhyped before something releases, but I also myself like previewing a product before buying something so I know I spent something that I'm investing in. I do agree with everything you said. I just handle mine differently. And you know what? That's fine. If you're actually trying to do some research on a product or a game before you purchase it and you want to be informed so you know what you're getting has value to you. Because your dollar is very valuable. Your hard-earned dollar is very valuable. Not everyone does this for a living. Trust me, I understand. I've been there. I used to be in the same position as you where I couldn't afford to buy every game and I couldn't get every console and I couldn't do all that. It wasn't my job. It was a hobby for me. And, I understand that your dollar is very valuable. With the next month, I'm going to be buying probably between 9 to 12 games. No exaggeration. I'll be playing at least 9 to 12 games over the next month. Okay? That's just matter of fact. Most of you won't be doing that. Most of my viewing audience will probably be buying a small handful of games, if you can even afford that, especially because a lot of people will be buying the new consoles. And that's a big amount of money to be dumping, right? I get that. And if that's the case, that's what we're talking about. And, you want to do some research about a game or a product before you get it. I totally understand. But my point is there's a line between doing some research to know what you're investing in versus completely spoiling, which is what, sadly, so many people do. Like, why on earth do I want to know about the UI of the PlayStation 5, right? It is what it is. It's not going to change. No criticism is going to change the UI. I'm excited to get my hands on it and try it out when I get the console. I don't need to know about it now. Like, what's the even point of knowing about it now? I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be in the console no matter what. So, It's not like, oh, because I heard the UI is bad, I'm not getting PS5. Of course not. This is an investment in the next console generation, you know? So, see, I think there's a line to it. Do you want to know about the features of the console? Why it's better than the PS4? Why you should get one console over the other? What are the launch titles? Yes. Features of the controller? Sure. Do I need to know what the art on the box looks like in Best Buy because someone was snuck behind in the warehouse and took pictures? Fuck no. I don't need to know that. That's ridiculous. You see, that's the difference for me. All right, so Gabrillion did another 500-bit cheer. Says that's fine if this is all your business, but don't ask people to come to you for the truth when you can't quantify these things because you won't give it to them. I'm pretty sure, Gabrillion, I never once asked people to come to me for the truth about my personal financial situation behind the scenes because it's none of anyone's business. And again, if Gabrillion, if you think that saying come to me for the truth in regards to the gaming industry, in regards to the gaming media, in regards to live streaming, and all these things that I criticize all the time. And that equates to, I need to give you my personal financials from behind the scenes. You need to go see a doctor. I'm serious about this. I'm absolutely deadly serious about this.